I think within certain parameters it can be.
Okay.
It definitely like opens, you know, they see more, but as long as the pride parade is not like nudity.
Para entrar en contexto, el entrevistador le preguntó qué opinaba sobre quienes durante el mes del orgullo salen a la calle tal como llegaron al mundo. Resulta irónico que ella está en contra, considerando que durante la entrevista se encuentra precisamente en ese estado.
My pronouns are they are they them.
Does it anger you when I?
Yes, it does. My pronouns are they them. What are your pronouns?
If you have to ask me that, you need to get eye surgery.
What are your pronouns? That was rude.
I'm not answering because you should know.
I don't. That's why I'm asking.
Okay, so someone needs to go back to elementary school.
Okay, that was rude.
And I hope you see my kindness, but when it comes to pronouns, that's a very simple concept that we learn in second grade. So I'm not going. I'm not going to say.
Pronouns are a very simple concept. So we all have.
Are you
pronouns.
multiple people? Are you multiple people? Because they means multiple people.
I'm non-binary.
They, them is
You
also
said you're
a
they
singular
them.
pronoun.
They them.
That's
non-binary.
multiple people. When I say they, I mean a group of people. I'm not going to call you they.
Let's go inside then.
All right.
Thank you for your time.
En inglés se usa el pronombre ellos para una sola persona. Es aún más inquietante que ella. Se siente como si estuvieras hablando con legión.
Would you like to take an interview about the outfits?
Sure. So we're into critter play. I'm wearing a puppy hood. This is a kitty. It's part of the kink community.
It's a part of the
kink community.
The kink community?
Yeah.
So are you guys like into animals?
No.
What do you mean by kink?
Kink. It just falls under the kink, you know, like kinks, like leather.
So like when you guys play like dress up and
yeah.
So
And,
dress up is like
social.
animals?
No. So
I'm sorry, I've never heard of this. I'm trying to get more familiar with it.
Yeah. So it can be social, it can be sexual, but it doesn't involve actual animals or anything of that.
Okay. So it doesn't involve animals, they just dress up as animals.
They dress up as different critters that they feel a persona with.
Okay.
We are the animals.
Okay, so you guys are the animals. Awesome.
Después de ver esto, creo que no regresaremos a la luna.
So you would agree that telling a boy that he's a girl is a lie?
No, but if that boy says that they're a girl, then I'm going to believe that child. The way that you and I see gender perception is totally different because I understand.
Gender's not real.
Absolutely, gender's not fucking real, dude. So if somebody says that they believe that they
Sex is real, though.
What?
Sex is real.
Sex is also a subjective perspective on how you want it.
So you don't believe in biology either?
I do believe in biology. I understand X and X. I understand. I've taken biology classes. I
So you should know.
It works. When you look at different species of this planet, right? They come in all sorts of different sexual forms, right? Whether it's they're able to reproduce themselves, whether they...
That's not possible.
Yes,
Where?
it is.
Where?
Frogs do that. They can change sexes.
Okay, I'm talking about humans.
Okay, well, when it comes to humans, sex is still a weird thing because you can have people with XX, right, as opposed to XY and still be perceived as masculine, right?
No pues otro progre que niega la ciencia, aunque diga lo contrario.
Guess what? We have that right too. Not your body, not your choice.
No uterus, no opinion.
I know, it's not my body, so it's not my choice. Just like these these male legislatures, old conservative men who are writing these bills to control women's bodies. It's not their body, it's not their choice.
No uterus,
I
no
don't have a
opinion.
say in this.
No
They don't
uterus,
either.
no opinion. No uterus, no. Stop
I
talking.
did. Don't you tell me to stop talking.
Es una excelente jugada inversa. Si no tiene eso, ¿por qué opina? ¿No es eso justamente lo que ellos suelen argumentar?
I gotta ask, it's the middle of the day on Wednesday. Do you have a job?
I do. Wednesdays, I have some flexibility, and during the day, I'm able to go do stuff. I have stuff I gotta get do.
We leave our jobs because
tomorrow.
our blood is not more precious than the resident children. That no salary, no slave wage is enough to stop me from actually fucking raising my goddamn voice.
Do you have a job?
Yeah, I have two.
I agree, and they ask the same question even when it's a Sunday. So.
Are you?
Oh no, just because today's Wednesday, I'm just curious what people do.
And you do think that we don't work weekends? I'm sorry. That's everybody.
Why you're yelling?
Because you are asking loaded questions to us. You're trying to paint us a picture that we're like unworking Americans we don't do shit, apparently. We are somehow villainized. This happened at Occupy Wall Street. Every fucking time we try to do something.
I didn't say any of that, though.
Yeah, you did. You said.
I said, do you have a job? Maybe you're projecting something, I don't know.
Pues sí, señor, no entiendo por qué se enoja tanto. Solo fue una pregunta. Tranquilo, relájese.
Okay, why can't I identify as a black?
This is called domination!
Well, firstly, I mean, it was.
Well, I'm serious. I'm serious. If I can identify as anything without any need to prove I'm actually what that is, why can't I, on International Women's Day, say I'm Piers Morgan, I'm a black?
I think taking it to a kind of absurd status.
I think that's
talking about quite a
with respect, I think
thing.
that you'd already opened the absurdity door by saying it is limitless. You can do what you like. Anyone can say, I'm a woman. So I simply ask you, why can't I?
I mean, this point kind of ridicules people to an extent.
Actually, I think what you said ridicules people. Because actually, people who go through the full process, who actually go through what we used to call a sex change, which I don't think you can muck around with original biology, but those who actually go through surgical procedure over a number of years, I've got great respect for that very difficult journey they go on. I had zero respect for people who just wallop their hand up and go, suddenly, I'm a woman and I want all the rights that a woman has and I want to compete, say, in sport. I'm a 6'4" athlete, sprinter, swimmer, whatever, who's competed very mediocrely in male sport. I now want to come in and crush women in swimming pools and in sprinting events and break all their records, perhaps irrevocably, just by saying, I'm a woman. I think that is the absurdity you were talking about. My response was to say, well, if it's limitless, why can't I then say whatever I want to say? And you say immediately, as I knew you would, well, that's ridiculous. But my point is, you were being ridiculous.
Well, that's your opinion. You can think I'm ridiculous, but I don't think you can say, well, it has to
I don't know why I am, but you're not.
I don't think you have to say it's post-op is the only way that someone's allowed to identify.
Well, the original standard the original standard for being gender was being diagnosed with gender dysphoria, which is a legitimate condition. And now it's being, oh, however way you feel. So if you feel on Tuesday you're a woman and on Thursday you're a pizza, that's perfectly valid. But to you, that's ridiculous. And I want to know why that is ridiculous. We should be talking about actual women on International Women's Day. That's not crazy.
I mean, I agree. I think, but your idea of an actual woman...
the chromosomes. It's pretty straightforward.
It's an adult female. It's not difficult.
The chromosomes are a pretty good indication.
I don't think you have to be biologically female to identify
Then
as
you
a
are
woman.
wrong, because then I can identify as a fox.
Yeah.
But again, it's a kind of absurd point.
How many? Well, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, Angelica. How many are there?
2.
There are 2.
Oh.
Wow. So you don't believe in at all?
Well, I think there are.
Well, hang on. Whoa. There are 2.
Well, it's taught in.
Well, you say well. You've literally just launched this huge defence of. Now you've eradicated it.
I think there's.
If there are 2. You mean male and female, right?
There's gender fluidity. I will.
Fluid between what?
Between what?
Between different identities, and we can choose different identities.
You see how difficult this is, though?
But it is difficult, but I think making...
But it's not difficult until you make it difficult. You see, the BBC has done teaching videos to 11 and 12-year-olds where they say there are 100 genders. One of them was astro, which is an affinity with the stars and the galaxy. My response to that on the last show I did was to say, well, in that case, I identify as a 2-spirit penguin. I was then told I was being ridiculous, but I made the same point. The ridiculousness is the BBC teaching kids there are 100. There aren't. It is absurd.